Hey guys, Tuskany here, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy II! In the jungle! Last time we were looking for the Black Mask, and in here we have an arrow book, which most certainly is not a Black Mask. And the Stunners are in open revolt with a first strike, and one runs away and the other misses. And there's a blind book if you happen to want that for whatever reason. And just in case you dropped your arrow book on the way down here, here's another one. The game knows how clumsy you are, so it has to give you duplicates of everything. And if you dropped your blind book, well, here you go. Here's another blind book. Just what I needed. Duplicates of worthless treasure I'm not going to use. Directly deposited into the... let's go down here first. Into the Elixir Purchase Fund. And here we get a garlic. Not particularly useful in this dungeon, but at least it's not a bite you box. I haven't seen one of those in quite some time. Was there a bite you box in Terra Enigma? I want to say no. I can't recall any. Oh, not that a game having a trapped chest really makes any difference in my wanting to play it or not. And after that battle, Layla's Bolt leveled up if anybody's interested in that. I just happened to run into a large group of the slime monsters. I believe this one is trapped, if I remember right. It'll be the undead mix, I believe. And just for old time's sake, why not blind somebody? Do I... No, I thought I had an eye drop, but... well, whatever. I'll give the experience to the heal spell anyway there. Alright, moving on. Just a Phoenix down in that one, I think I remember correctly. And that was a battle with 4 Tusks. There's nothing really to say about those guys. They're pretty bland. They don't have any elemental strengths or weaknesses, so you can hit them with pretty much whatever you want there. And let's hop into the bottom right here. If you don't want to go after all the treasures, just go back to the floor I was just on and take the upper right-hand stairs. There's not really a whole lot of treasure worth digging, but for the sake of the LP, I must go fetch everything. I suppose I don't have to, but it would feel incomplete without it, and I don't think I could live with myself, to be honest. And this will be the episode where somebody says, hey, you forgot the Mysidia and the server floor of the blah. Something like that. And one of these are trapped, I believe it's the upper left one here, with stuff you can fight around here or something. And that was just a couple of Tusks, followed by another battle of Tusks, followed by even more Tusks. I must be in Tuskininny. What? I haven't made a stupid joke in a while. Give me a break. Absolutely horrible? Yes. Yes, it was. Oh, don't worry. I'm sure I'll get to games eventually that will put me to shame in horrible joke-telling. And to be fair, I try to make them as stupid as possible. I'd think of a joke for the jellies that I'm finding all over the place on these 2 floors, but I can't think of any. But, by the way, don't forget that if you have the magic staff, it really gets rid of those red ones. In a big hurry there. One toad, I might as well just show it there. If you forgot, that casts, I think Bolt 6, was it? Or Bolt 5? One of the 2. I can't remember exactly. Usually 1 bolt from Layla and the fire spell will get rid of all the orange and red mix in one battle, if you want to go about it that way. Layla's running a little bit low on MP, so I'll give her a break. We back now? There we go. But yeah, if you want to just go straight to the boss, just take a right immediately here and follow the path. Almost done getting treasures anyway, I promise. And it's just a good idea to go fetch everything anyway. Here we have a Death God, which the toads could potentially drop also. They cast, I believe it's Fear 10 in that, which I've always found a little unfortunate. Something called the Death God I think would bring about immediate justice to everything in the land. But unfortunately, that's not the case. It is NPC food. Well, I was going to say if you're wondering how I'm handling these battles, I was going to say one fire and, well, one lit, or bolt. I don't know why you want to keep calling it lit. I wonder if it's lit in another version. I can't remember if it's called the same thing in the PlayStation version or not. Hooray! I have a little bit of time to kill. I'm a little ahead of where I wanted to be in the schedule here. Hooray! Senseless murder. And again, if I saw that, I'd probably murder it too. Keep going. Everybody's done. Well, get to boost fire some more. Why not? I don't think I've ever maxed a spell when I'm doing these semi-non-grinding LPs. I think the highest I've seen it is maybe 11 or 12. It doesn't usually get a whole lot higher than that through my playthroughs. I'd hate to see it if I'm... Yeah, sleep book. If I'm actually trying or having a whole lot of spells there to grind up. I can't imagine how low everything would be. Which is nice to keep your spells limited. You don't have to grind obsessively. I think I've done fairly well in Final Fantasy II compared to 1. I mean, 1 you absolutely have to grind. Especially when you get up to the, what was it, the Marsh Cave or whatever that was earlier. Man, the game is just unforgiving in those parts of it. And here we have a boss monster, which already looks dead, honestly. Yeah, honestly, I don't really need to make any preparations. It's just a bighorn that we could have potentially seen around Mysidia, and it's only one of them. So why they chose to put this as a boss, I don't know. You could try to get Curse on it if you really cared, but yeah, I don't know what was going on with this part. Doesn't really have any defense to begin with, and it won't be hitting very hard if it hits at all, so yeah, just 69, 70 damage. Nothing too terrible. And I'm sure Maria will get even more HP growth. Can we kill it? Look at that! Jeez. Murder! Keep going. Alright. And if you suspected the Black Mask was in here, you'd be correct. Now once again, you know what, I'm not going to walk out this time. And some changers there, nothing we haven't seen before, so meh. Alright, let's head back to Mysidia. The next objective there, or that we need to get to, is very nearby there, so. And yeah, I want the ship on the northern end of the continent here. You'll see why after we're done. Get all the sailing out of the way first. No. Let's see. Somewhere. There we go. Right? Oh, I keep forgetting about this area. Hey. There we go. Little too early there. It all looks the same. Give me a break. Once again, you can rest up in Altea. Okay. Stop it. You can rest up in Altea if you really wanted to, but nah. And here's some of the puddings here, and a red soul as a normal battle. Yeah, I'll get rid of him, but only because he's the most obnoxious and will probably cast group spells on me. Look at the zeros of damage. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Oh dear. Oh, it's so painful now. No, it's not. He was so much worse in the first battle with him there. Yeah, I didn't even use a frickin' ether or anything. This is gonna take forever. And I'm sure I'm trapped. Oh dear. Well, this is my own fault, so I'm just gonna take care of this off screen. It's gonna take forever, so I'll be right back. You know, I really thought Maria had more MP than that. Oh well. Let us get rid of the poison, for starters, and I might as well give her 1, if I have any left. Yeah, I do have 1 left. Alright, that should hold us till we get to Mysidia. I'm going to be doing a lot of NPCing again. I want the inventory space for the next dungeon, and I made it! So let's get that taken care of. If you haven't purchased your shields or whatever else from here, now is the time to do that. Get rid of the arrow books. How does blind sell for more than arrow? That just baffles me for some reason. I'll get rid of the Valiums, Earth Drums for 4 grand, Death Gods for 4 grand, and I thought I found another one. Yeah, there we go. And Battle Axe. One thing I don't think I mentioned against, or with the Blood Sword, don't use that against undead monsters, as you might expect. I believe it has the, has the opposite effect, so definitely don't want to be doing that. But yeah, I'm doing pretty good on that stuff. So I will rest up and restock, and I think I'll pretty much just call it a video here before I get too much invested into another product. Grab my usual ethers here. And instead of having you watch this, I will just, you know what? Screw it, you can watch it for a little bit. I'm just gonna go rest up, and then after resting up, I will once again do the thing to show you guys where I am, so we'll go take a look at what to do with the Black Mask next time on Let's Play Final Fantasy II. This is Takama-Sock, and I will see you later.